You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
All right, Black and White Sports supporters, we're going to talk about Josh McDaniels and the Las Vegas Raiders, and to a certain extent, the Denver Broncos. Yesterday, I did that video. We found out that Josh McDaniels allegedly had Peyton Hillis, who was a fullback, turned into a running back, shipped off the Broncos because his wife found Peyton Hillis attractive. And what I accounted that to was probably, his wife made some kind of a crack about him being cute or some shit like that. And Josh McDaniels, who's obviously got some kind of an ego issue that is out of control, that causes him to lose all ability to be able to work with people, manage people, whatever it is, he can't get out of his own way. Some would just call that kind of person a D-bag, and it would be hard to argue with the way, and it's kind of odd. He resonates with some folks, but I think it's very telling that Tom Brady has not come out defending this guy and talking him up. Rob Gronkowski has been pretty critical of him as well. Where's the defense of this guy? Honestly, we're talking about people that he was the OC for years. And that obviously they had some success. Mac Jones. I know Mac Jones loves the guy. Kind of makes you wonder, are their personalities so close together that they just click and it works out? And yeah, he's got a pedigree of turning some quarterbacks into, Jacoby Brissett. Jimmy, when he was with the Patriots, looked good. And then Tom, but it's odd, but some reports have come out. Another report has come out about him with the Broncos, and we'll get to some more stuff involving the Raiders that ties in. But this is nuts. This guy's ego was out of control. It lets you know why he got rid of Jay Cutler. I mean, Jay Cutler was a Pro Bowler back when that actually meant something. And he got rid of him, and this tells you why he got rid of Derek Carr. It's because of his ego. I mean, there's always been this saying that Kyle Shanahan believes he can turn any average quarterback into a starting quarterback. And to a certain extent, that's sort of true. I mean, Nate Mullins threw for 4,200 yards, but he just threw way too many interceptions, and that, Nate Mullins can't even stay on teams. I think he's with the Vikings right now, but I think he's hurt. But you get the point. Kyle Shanahan has sort of proven that he is what Josh McDaniels is not. Andy Reid too, right? But they all three of those guys got lumped together as these offensive gurus, and it's been a train wreck. I got clutch points in Bleacher Report. The quarterback position is often referred to as the most important position. Not just in football, but in all of professional sports, the effect a QB has on play-by-play basis is outsized. So when Josh McDaniels once scoffed at the notion that an established player at the position could be of use to him, alarm bells should have went off all over the NFL. In 2009, McDaniels took over as head coach of the Broncos, replacing franchise legend Mike Shanahan. One of the first decisions he made was to trade quarterback Jay Cutler, fresh off of a Pro Bowl season. Shortly after the trade, to assuage any worries, Josh McDaniels addressed the Broncos team. Guys, you will not believe what he told them. Quote, "Fellas, don't worry about the quarterback position. I can turn a high school quarterback into an all-pro. Not a Pro Bowler, an all-pro." McDaniels reportedly told Broncos players, per Nate Jackson, writing for Defector Media. Nate Jackson is shitting all over Josh McDaniels right now. The most important figure on an NFL roster, the role teams struggle sometimes for years to fulfill. McDaniels discarded his best option, sound familiar, Derek Carr, and then told the rest of the team, quote, "Don't worry." Yeah, that's crazy. If Josh McDaniels is indeed able to turn any QB into an all-pro, it begs the question why he didn't bother turning Jimmy Garoppolo even into a competent one this season. That's a great question. Why has Jimmy Garoppolo... Look, Jimmy was having a borderline MVP season last year. Go look at the numbers. 16 touchdowns and 4 interceptions in 10 games. Jimmy was balling out for Shanahan and the Niners last year. I mean, and once again, the problem with Jimmy was he couldn't stay healthy. But the arrogance of this guy, which leads us over to this. Josh McDaniels' people skills and culture played a role in firing him. This guy sucks. I mean, this guy cannot work with people at all. I mean, and that was supposedly the reports, that was his problem in Denver, was people skills and interaction skills. And all we heard all these years was he had been working on that part of his personality. Because he went a long time in between Denver and Las Vegas. Went a long time. And some people even said, well, he had the self-awareness when he took the Colts job to say, I'm not quite ready, and he pulled out of it. Evidently, you're never ready for a head coaching job, Josh McDaniels. The demanding environment created by Josh McDaniels reportedly played a role in his firing from the position of head coach of the Las Vegas Raiders last week. According to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler, sources indicated that McDaniels' people skills and culture he put in place were, quote, primary issues that led to his termination. Fowler added that some players felt, quote, overworked and voiced their concerns to Mark Davis in a team meeting, and we've all heard about that team meeting now, where he evidently got butthurt over Antonio Pierce bringing up the Patriots and the Giants in the Super Bowl. We all know who got fired here. While McDaniels signed a 6-year contract in January, he didn't even make it through 2 full seasons. That led to a tumultuous offseason that saw Vegas move on from Derek Carr and replace him with Jimmy Garoppolo, which is widely viewed as a lateral move at best. Raiders went 3-5 and 9-16 under McDaniels. I mean, that's pretty insane. And on top of that, if you know you're going to Garoppolo, why not keep Carr? I mean, Carr and Devontae Adams know each other, best friends, reportedly was living very close to each other in Las Vegas. You went to the trouble to trade for Derek Carr's buddy. They've been talking about playing together for years. Did you think that wasn't going to cause a fracture right immediately with your all-world wide receiver? I mean, it's crazy. And one could argue, look, I've said before, I'm a Niners fan. I watched every snap Jimmy ever took. Jimmy has 2 issues in his career. He can't hit the deep ball. That's a problem. He also can't stay healthy. But Josh McDaniels took a competent NFL quarterback in Garoppolo, and it looks like he's ruined Jimmy. Like it's destroyed his career. It's crazy, and we'll get to Jimmy Garoppolo. I've got a video coming out about Jimmy in a bit. But the point is, this guy's ego around the building, his people interaction skills, he comes in and destroys your culture. On top of that, that was after Rich Bisaccia, who all the players loved. That makes it even worse for those players. Because they're sitting back looking at Mark Davis going, you just fired a guy that led us to the playoffs that we all loved. And you brought in this D-bag who we'd like to take and give him concrete shoes and throw him off a bridge. It's crazy. Mark Davis did not make a wise decision here. You know, we don't know what's going to happen with Antonio Pierce, but if they make a run, he better hire him. If nothing else, give him a couple-of-year contract and see what happens. You got to at least see what happens if they look good and they play hard and Aiden O'Connell is on an upward trajectory. You got to take care of Pierce in this. You can't Bisaccia McDaniels the situation again. I can make any quarterback into an all-pro quarterback. All right. I mean, sure. I can make my bearded collie into a world's greatest greyhound racing dog. No, I can't. You know what? I can't do that. Wow. Peace. I'm out. Till next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.